Well, no hippie trucking and transportation wanted me to answer a few questions for you guys, as he did on his channel. Yubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. So, no hippie trucking and transportation. Asked a few YouTubers to answer a few questions that I thought was pretty good questions. So I'm going to answer them for you right now, and I'm going to put a link up here to his, if I can get it on there somehow. I'm going to try, see if I can link his video there. Otherwise, you can go to his page and what was the name of his Get to Know Us YouTube tag. That's the name of his video. If I can't get it up there, you can go to his page. Anyways, let's just get right down to it. 10 questions. I'm going to try to ramble through them as quickly as I can. The first question was, what's your first car? My first car was a truck, and it was a 1968 Datsun truck, and it had these big rounded fenders on the front. I mean, it's a 68 Datsun truck, right? And on the driver's side, the entire fender was missing, and the tire was just like, you could see the tire turning, you know. And I mean, and I was in high school, man. I was like, you know, I thought it was going to be extra embarrassing until all your buddies jump in the back so you can give them a ride home. Then all of a sudden, you know, you're all right, you know, driving that raggedy piece of shit. But it happened. What did I do before trucking? A number of things. But after I got out of college, I went to work for a Volvo dealership as a mechanic at a Volvo dealership. I've always been fascinated with machines and cars, and you know, anything that made anything with an engine on it, and that's what I wanted to do. And so I went to work for this Volvo dealership, and for 26 years I was in the automotive industry. And as I worked my way through up the ladder to management at dealerships, and I worked for luxury car dealers all the way up until the last couple of years. I worked for Ford for 2 years, and I worked for Mazda for a couple of years as well. You know, I enjoyed that industry. The problem is it's extremely cutthroat. And, you know, once you get to upper management, you become expendable. That's just the bottom line, you know. That's just how they work. So, you know, I kind of wanted to get away from that. And at the same time, I had real estate, and I was building a real estate portfolio, and I was into youth sports management, basically, marketing, basically. Putting on youth sporting events, and that took off really well, and I began to make quite a bit of money doing that. And so I still have those businesses right now. They do very, very well. Favorite quotes: wisdom comes grudgingly, but only accepted willingly. I know you never heard that before, because I just made it up. But if you think about the thoughts behind that, you know, people give you wisdom, and a lot of times it's just ignored. You know, you rather just do it your own way and screw it up than to listen to somebody else who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So you never accept the wisdom. The only way you can accept wisdom from somebody is you have to accept it willingly. You have to allow somebody to give you what they have to offer, okay? That should be self-explanatory. Hey, I got a load. It just come across my phone there. Let's go to the next question so I can get going with you guys. My favorite genre of music, if it is played by musicians.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
Good. It doesn't matter to me what type of music it is. I just like music. Well, it does matter. I don't like heavy, loud metal music that, you know, somebody's going in the microphone and like you can't understand what shit they're saying. No, I don't do that. But music that is created by musicians, I enjoy it. It could be country, not anything new. I'm talking about Merle Haggard or Clint Black, or, you know, that era of real country music. Classic rock, Led Zeppelin and Eagles and, you know, Pink Floyd. Anybody back there, they can play some music, and I like it. And smooth jazz, I enjoy that. I don't listen too much in the truck while I'm driving down the road, though. You know, sometimes I, you know, listen to talk radio or something like that. Anyways, next, who would you like to meet? That's a good question. Barack Obama. I'd like to meet Barack Obama. I didn't vote for him because I'm not a Democrat. But I'm intrigued with the fact that he was become the first black president. That's just the fact. You know, I may not agree with his politics, but I applaud his success. And Barack Obama. What kind of truck do I drive? This is a 2020 Kenworth T680. I've had the first truck I had was a 2019 Volvo from Swift, and when it gave me troubles, I had a 2016 Freightliner until they put me in the 2020 Freightliner, and then into this one. And I don't know that you know, the Volvo was extremely nice inside. That was a nice truck, but it had some electrical issues, and that's a killer, man. I mean, you can't make any money in the shop. But the comfort level, the way it drove, the way it handled, the way it parked, that was a really nice truck. My favorite by far, I will say. Freightliner, I don't know why people, I guess it's just because it doesn't have a nostalgia truck like Peterbilt or Kenworth. Freightliner it's a good truck, man. You know, I wouldn't frown on Freightliner at all. You know, I would consider purchasing a Freightliner if I was, you know, going to go solo tomorrow. I would go independent tomorrow. I would consider a Freightliner. I mean, it's a good truck. You know, it gave me less troubles than that Volvo. Okay, and Kenworth is doing just fine. I like it. It's comfortable to ride in. But all Kenworths, T680s, they have an inherent rattling noise in the middle of the dash, right behind the instrument cluster, right around 62 miles an hour. It'll just be there constantly. And I know they all have it because my mentor's truck had it. It's the same noise, you know, it's horrible. But, you know, you can ignore it and keep going, I guess, you know. But other than that, I have zero problems with this truck. It has less storage. Not this is a mid-roof. In the other trucks I always had, they were all the condo style trucks, you know, the big roofs. But even if you take that out of the picture, it's still less storage in this truck than it is in the Freightliner. All right, next. What do I like most about being a truck driver? I've gone to states I've never been. I've never seen snow before I became a truck driver. I mean, I live in Houston, and what we call the snow is nothing. This stuff I'm in right now is some snow, you know, and I didn't see it till I've never even been in the mountains, you know. Again, Houston don't have mountains, and so it's all pretty amazing to me. I like it. I like the fact that I'm driving the biggest thing on the road. And I like the power. It's a guy thing, you know, to drive these muscle things down the road, pulling all this weight, and you know, it's a feeling of independence. You know, I mean, you make decisions. Your success is in your hands, so to speak, and I like it. I do. I didn't think that I would. I came to this industry with a different purpose. Not because I liked trucking, but or fascinated with it or anything. It was a business move, and I like it. What do I like least about truck driving? And some people gonna take this the wrong way. What I like least about truck driving is, well, you know what? Let me clean it up a little bit. I won't say that. What I like least about it is the way, I'm going to come back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I needed to accept that load. They sent me a message to accept it. But anyways, what I like least about trucking, drivers just in a lot of ways get taken advantage of. And the fact that we can't stop a 14-hour clock yet, that's in the talks, but stopping the 14-hour clock would fix a whole lot. But we lose a lot of money sitting at shippers and receivers, waiting to get loaded and unloaded, and it's not compensated. There's no reason why we should not get compensated from the time we send in an arrival call or arrive at the shipper or whatever. Sorry, the messages are now coming through. Anyways, I mean, you're at the shipper. You've done your job. You're basically at work, but you're sitting there for free. That sucks. It's not right. And in a lot of cases, you're sitting for hours, man, hours. And it's like the customer don't care. You know why? Because it doesn't cost them anything. But if there was a law passed where a shipper or a receiver had to pay a driver $20 an hour to sit on their lot while waiting to be
A new message has arrived.
There's a load coming through.
Attention, a new important message has arrived. Attention.
That's going to keep going. Anyways, that's my problem with it. The drivers they just get screwed in the industry in that fashion. Secondly, I don't like the fact that drivers crap on each other. I don't like that, and it's almost like they have a elementary education level, you know. I mean, they take stuff to the basic level, you know. I no longer work for Swift, but you know, I have worked for them, so I can speak on that company straight up. And I've witnessed none of the ridiculousness that people talk about them. And the truck drivers, they talk bad about Swift for no reason. You know, I've seen a lot of wreck outs, a lot of them, but I've never seen a Swift truck wrecked out. Not saying it don't happen, because it happens all of the time, but I've never seen one. But I've seen a whole lot of other ones. You know, everybody Swift people came back. Bring it on. I was with Swift for quite a while. Let's have a backing contest. That sort of thing. That the logic behind some drivers, and it's almost industry standard. I don't want to just, you know, sound like I'm beating up on my brother truckers, you know. I'm just telling you what the facts are, you know. And the fact that they start a conversation that can't end it for like another hour and a half. Anyways, what company do I work for? Well, I just told you that I work for Swift. That's where I got in. And everybody say, well, you know, they're a good starter company. I probably would have been still with them had stupidness had not come aboard. But it opened the door for me to move to the next level, which is what I needed to do to achieve my goals, which is to go flatbed. And I went flatbed with Melton. And man, I've only been parked here probably an hour and a half. I've already gone off duty and went to the sleeper because I only had a couple hours to drive, so I wasn't gonna drive anything today anyways. But they put the loads on you, man. Now I'm in where the hell am I? In cold ass Wisconsin. That's where I'm at. And I got to go to Missouri pick up a load. And it's they keep me rolling, and I like that, you know. And it's not. I've probably spoke to, you know, 3 or 4 people at this company before yesterday when I actually went to the Taj Mahal of trucking, man. That terminal in Oklahoma, man, that place is nice, man. That place is nice. I could have lived there, but you're not micromanaged, man. They just keep you running. Do your job. They just keep you running. They gave me a very nice new truck and everything I needed, and you know, they paid me well. I'm gonna tell you something. They brought me on at one. You know what? I won't go into that because I got another video for that. So let's skip that. Just say the honeymoon isn't over, but we still sleeping face to face right now, and I like it. So Melton is who I'm driving for right now. I even spent some money and bought some Melton swag. Where's somebody? I bought a pullover thing, you know, the jumpsuit thing to pull up to kind of save your clothes with Melton on it, and I bought a Melton hat. Where is that thing? I don't know. I put a lot of stuff up, you know. I don't like stuff laying around, so now it's in there. But anyways, I like it, man, and I'll be here as long as I need to before, you know, to get my end game. Last one. What do you like least about your company? Man, we still in the honeymoon. We still in the honeymoon, and I've liked everything about it. So, what I didn't like about Swift, let's say that, okay? Because there came a point where I didn't like something, and it was the way our working relationship ended. I didn't like being treated as if I was, you know, this horrible bad person, which I obviously was not. Proven to be everything that was lied on me about was proven to be wrong, and I didn't even get a, you know, man, I was not treated fairly at the end of the game, and the recruiter I was working with was not treated fairly, lied on and not treated fairly. But she ended up all right. Okay, let's just say that she ended up all right. One of my students was interrogated behind these lies, and he just told him, you know what, y'all are full of.
Dispatch 2121148 has been activated.
He just said, man, y'all full of it. I'm not gonna lie and say that what you want me to say is true, because it wasn't. This guy isn't that, and take your job and shove it. And that's exactly what he did, and he left. He quit behind this stupidness, man. I mean, it was really bad at the end, and it was as if they was trying to prove something that wasn't true, and it just was bad. That was not. I was extremely surprised that Swift came that way, and I don't even blame Swift for that. I blame that on the investigators, you know, that, you know, was trying to come up with something. So that I did not like. Everything else I liked. That was all good. I enjoyed my time there. It was good. if you went there, you would probably enjoy it too. If you were, you know, if you ran hard, you're gonna make some money. You're gonna do all right, you know. But that I didn't like. I haven't found a thing yet. Tarping in the cold. Put it that. If you want me to say something negative about, but that's flatbed. That's not Melton. That's flatbed. Holy cow, man! But I'm getting better. I'm getting better at tarping, and I'm getting better at securing and faster. And this with experience is going to come easier. So, anyways, I've rambled on long enough. So, Lyle with no hippie. Trucking and transportation wannabe. Here's your response. I almost forgot. Deliver, undistracted, and here's your boop. Yeah, boop.